All right. Hello, class. In this video, we're going to move on to the next step, and that is to add people. Professionally, we often call this entourage, which can be really anything that just sort of add some detail to it. But we're going to add people. Oh, I just realized I had a mistake. I need to delete that piece of tree trunk out there. I'll do that at some point in time. You know, it's a great thing about why I like digital drawings. You can edit whenever you want. But anyway, back to people. We're going to do people a lot like we did trees. We're going to go to Google image search. We're gonna type in a person. Now, doing something generic like person usually doesn't work that well. You want to be as specific as possible. So like man walking, for example. And I have to say, when I add people to drawings, it's the most contentious thing I feel like you can ever have. It's got to be this person or that person. And like trees, you can get sort of people that are already transparent or easily to cut out. Any of these would be fairly easy to cut out. But I often find is like, you know what, they just don't quite work for the story you're trying to tell. To have the right, like, you know, this person in the suit probably doesn't work right for Delhi. This person might work better, but it's a little bit small and got these watermarks all over. So I often find, you know, real photographs of people are better, and we'll have to cut the person out of the photograph, but that's not too bad. So take some time, find someone you like. It doesn't have to be a man walking. You know, it could be anything, and we'll go through the steps of how to do that. Let's see what might look, and I'm trying to find someone full-bodied all the way down to their feet, because I might cut their feet off in the drawing I'm doing, but you know what, I want to have that flexibility myself. So let's see, what might look good. Semi-casual is what I'm thinking. I should have searched before jumping on here. I wonder if like winter, because it's a little cold, although we've got leaves on the trees. I also have the snow, but it is Delhi. Let's just see how that search goes. Winter, I don't know. Winter, fall might have been better. Let's try that, or spring. Fall, we'll see fall. See, any words you add to these Google search will often help. Like this guy looks like he might be in Delhi. He's got a little bit of a watermark there. That's probably not too bad, but if I try to stay away from him, but that's like something I'm looking for. You know, this guy will look good. I think he'll work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the image. I'm going to right click. I'm going to save the image same way as I did before, and I'm going to save it there. You know, in my spot, I'm going to go back to my Pixlr tab. I'm going to do a new layer, just like before. Go to image, select that person, and we'll put it in. Now we see the next step is to really cut this person out of this image. So I'm going to zoom in right up close on this person. You can move it anywhere. We're going to adjust their height and everything in a minute. I'm going to go to my polygon lasso tool. Well, my lasso tool, I'm going to go to my polygon. Even with organic shapes like people, I still find using the polygon lasso tool is the best thing to do. And I'm just going to slowly do a bunch of little clicks. Click, 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 click. These are a bunch of straight lines, but a bunch of straight lines added up together will take whatever shape I want. And it's going to be easier than using the regular lasso tool, which can do curves. I just find it to be annoying. That's me personally. You might have a better way. So is it going to take me a minute to do this? Yes. I'm going to sort of zoom out with my scroll wheel and back in where I need to, and just click around. It does not have to be 100% perfect, but because no one will see the small details, but it can be pretty good. So again, as I'm doing this, I'm sorry if I'm boring you a little bit. This is probably one of the longest steps of this whole assignment. But, you know, keep in mind, you know, talking about the story, like the thing that really broke this open was typing in fall. That gave me a person who looked like they might be in Delhi. That could be at some point where maybe there's some leaves on the trees, but also possibly snow on the ground, as there is my image. So they're going to be, you know, wearing slightly warmed clothes. And whatnot. And hair can be difficult. I probably should have zoomed in closer for that. You might take a little bit longer to do this and zoom in a little bit more than I am, but I wanted to, you know, not bore too much. I have some issues sometimes with editing my videos, and so it's just better if I just show it all to you. Plus, it's the first go at this. So I'm going to go here, zoom all the way around. Okay, just like this. Now, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to do, let's see if this will work. I'm going to do Control C on my keyboard to copy. Oh, that worked. You could also go to edit copy, which is, it says Control Z, good. And then I'm going to do Control V to paste. I could have also done edit paste right there. And you can see it's added a new layer of this person. I have him twice. And what I can do now is I can go back to my original layer, right click and hit delete. And that background's gone. I only have this man in the foreground. And I can come here and I can move him to the side of the street and I can put him down here. But look at this. Look at this closely. People can be tough. He's way too large. He's too tall. I have to make him smaller. Now it can be tricky determining where the people are, but here's a couple quick rules for it. Eye level perspective, like I have this, everyone's eyes are going to be approximately the same height. I mean, there's differences based on height variations, but I see this person back here. So really that person's eyes should be about the same level. The eyes are the same. The feet are different, right? So he's closer, but the eyes are the same height. All right, this person looks short. Compared to me, I am a little bit on the tall side, but not too tall. And I can tell that because another way of estimating the height is based on the center of your image and where the vanishing points go to. If I look at the vanishing points, I'd say the vanishing points of this image are actually a little bit higher. So if you want to make them a little bit taller, you can make them a little bit taller about there. But those are two ways to do it. Another thing is to compare it to a door. So I can see there's a doorway here, and obviously when they're back at that level, he has to be able to fit through the door. So eye level is going to be, somewhere in that zone. So you want to estimate it. They want to be able to walk under trees. People aren't exactly the same height, so it is a bit of estimations, but give it a go, see how it goes. Try not to make them too tall, try not to make them too short. Use clues in your image to try to get them the right height as you go. And ultimately feel what's right. I could have used this mailbox. Does it feel like he's right size across to this mailbox? Oh, it feels maybe a little tall, so maybe I'll just shrink him just a tiny little bit. Yeah, that looks good. It looks like he can interact with the mailbox. So anything like that will work to help you give you clues. I think the assignment asks you to do more than one, but let's see if you can do the same steps to add someone on the other side of the street. Again, add anyone you want to. It doesn't have to be a man like this. Whatever you think is best. So good luck.